everybody. Good to hear. Let's hope your execution matches your enthusiasm. I've got a job for you if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
And greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, where we talk Star Citizen members of the community. I'm your host, fastcart FC. Today I'm joined by JadeStarwatcher. How are you doing, Jade?
I'm doing fantastic.
I bet you are, and we'll get to that in a moment. But today is December 12th, 2024. This is episode 174, almost 175, almost 200. Getting up there in episode numbers. Today's name is Pat Report. And that's because of the IRC, but we'll get to that at the end of the show. But yeah, before all that, what have you been doing this week, Jade?
I've been, just kind of basking in, just some things we'll talk about later. And other than that, coding. So yeah, developing stuff.
Okay. All right. What have you been doing for fun?
Oh, coding is fun.
Okay. All right. I give you that. Yeah, like I said, today is December 12th, 2024. This is North, South, and Central America. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. And if you want to join us today for the discussion, click the Discord link. Hopefully Jay will put that in a moment. But yeah, click on that and you want to join in with us. We only have 2 more shows before including this one. Today's show and next week's show. The last 2 shows of the year for Soul Talk. So come in and join us. For me, I gotta say this. Watch Secret Level. It's on Amazon or Amazon Prime. Secret Level, it's a show about video games, and that's all I'm gonna say. Well, that's not all I'm gonna say. It starts out with a bang and doesn't let go. The first 8 episodes are out, and the next 7 episodes should be out next week. But I'm not going to discuss spoilers. I'm just going to say, just go watch. It's great. Have you heard of Secret Level, Jade?
Maybe. I think I may have seen an ad for it. Yeah, I think I did see an ad for it. Yeah,
go check it out. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. I'm also watching Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Skeleton Crew. It's cute. Though for a kids show on Disney Plus, I'm surprised at some of the content in this show, but hey. Dune Prophecy, though. Oh boy, Dune Prophecy. It feels like they're trying to outdo Game of Thrones, and it's just leaving me confused. Like, if I watched it by myself, after the last episode that just aired, I would probably drop the series. That's just me. Some people may like that political stuff. For me, it's too political. It's going way out there. Not way out there, but as in just more dialogue, more intrigue than action, put it that way.
I love sci-fi like that, so I may actually have to check this out.
Yeah, I mean, if you like that stuff in Expanse, then you would like this in Dune Prophecy.
That was the best part of the Expanse for me.
And I hear that the new Game of Thrones, I forget what it's called, Dragon something?
You lost me at Dragon.
Okay. Well, I hear the new Game of Thrones is similar when it comes to politics, but yeah, it's not for me, though.
I'm not into fantasy, sorry.
All right. Well, doing this, I'm not. Okay, that's another topic. Let's not get into that.
Sci-fi
okay.
versus sci-fantasy. Let's go. No, I'm joking.
No, well, that'll take 2 hours of the conversation just by itself. But yeah, let's move on before we get into that. So yeah, oh yeah, I did want to give a shout out to the producers episode 8 called Skyfall, just released this week. So check that out on YouTube if you haven't had a chance. That's where the producers, me, Griff, and Serious Fun all talk about certain topic. So yeah, check this out on YouTube. All right then. So we got a bit of a show to get through, and I'm gonna do my thing, and then we're gonna get started. So this is in honor of Secret Level. I'm gonna give a quote, and I want you to tell me what game this quote is from. Okay? Yes, no, Jade. I said okay.
Okay.
All right.
I had food in my mouth. Sorry.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth. What game is that from? I'm going to drag people down so we can figure out. Maybe someone knows. Ha! No pops.
No.
No pop.
Wait.
No, that's
No.
not the right title.
Say the
right
quote
one.
again, fastcart.
Okay.
You must
Okay.
gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it Dungeons and Dragons?
That's not where I'm going for. Might be from, but I don't think that's not where I know it from. I don't just not quite spread down.
Warcraft?
Yeah, close. Not really. No,
Was it
Yeah,
the
okay.
Dungeons and Dragons?
it's related to it, but not
It's
exactly.
related to it, but
Starcraft.
No. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Baldur's Gate 2, and probably Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, okay, because it is the Dungeons and Dragons. Kind of.
Exactly.
Starcraft was awesome.
Oh, Danger Hobo, you're too late. You're too late, Danger Hobo.
No, you're not. You're on time. No.
Oh yeah, so that's where that's from, and yeah, go check out Secret Level. It's pretty good. No spoilers though, because it just came out. Scam, okay, Danger Hobo. All right then, let's get started with the show and get our sneak peek coming up. This week's sneak peek is, or last week rather, Blue Team cover. Blue Team cover. What do y'all think? Oh, by the way, I'm joined by Admiral Kusanagi, Fist of Face, and Poppin' Face, and Togi. How are y'all doing?
What up?
Oh yeah, what do you think of the?
This sneak peek is in the Luminalia thing, so
It is.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we get this for free, is what you're saying?
Yes.
I
Eventually.
guess so. It's in the Lumina.
Eventually.
It's in the Luminalia little
Once
video.
they
that's
piecemeal
there.
it out for us.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh,
just
did we
happened
get
to
just
get
a blue one, or would you get like a green and red, or just the blue one? We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, unless I don't know how much people care about spoilers for that kind of stuff. If you want to be surprised every day, then you for sure get this, and then we can leave it at that.
That's good enough. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right, so yeah, I don't really need another gun, but hey, free gun, I guess. It's a bit blue, but you know, what can you do? It's free. So on the first day of Luminalia, my true love gave to me a blue gun in a
Wait,
pear
you said
tree.
Luminalia?
Luminalia.
Oh,
Luminalia.
It's a hard way to say it. I did practice saying it for several times. I'm still not getting great with it.
Wait a
No,
second.
I get what Togi's saying now. I get it. Okay.
Luminalia.
My brain just kind of caught it because if you saw all of the sneak peeks that were leaked, you know what? I'm not even going to spoil it for y'all. Then. You're right. I just got what Togi was saying. I just got it.
Okay. You know what? I'm tempted to just jump towards Luminalia right now, but I got the rest of the show to get to it. We'll get to Luminalia in a bit. But yeah, that is the sneak peek from last week. Blue team cover. Up next we have, oh yes, the Star Citizen Live. I think we only got two since, no, we got like 3 or 4 since CitizenCon, but it seems like fewer. But yeah, this one is called Q&A, Crafting and Base Building. Anyone had a chance to watch it?
Yes, actually we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Face to face, you first. What do you thought?
Oh boy. All right. Geez, thank you. Appreciate it for putting me on the spot. But all right. Yeah, I actually enjoyed this one. He spoke about some things about one of the things, like you're talking about low flying, how low flying can turn into surveying the land. Because often we're trying to figure out what are they going to do when the game, goes live, it goes hardcore on Death of the Spaceman. We don't really know what that's going to be called, but yeah, that's going to be a job now for low flyers to be able to do surveying.
Okay. Togi, how about you?
I'm glad to see them just expand crafting into something meaningful. And I hope that they kind of use that as an excuse to rebalance stuff more horizontally and use crafting more for vertical progression. I'm really hoping that's what we see in the future. And it kind of seems that's what they're doing. Letting you kind of put your ship into a niche a bit more through upgrades and stuff. I like that idea.
Okay. Pops?
Yeah. Dang it. Oh shoot. I just forgot. Okay. Mobile bases. That's that was what I was gonna mention. I was interested in how that's gonna work out in the end, so on and so forth. I'll leave it at that, so I'll give everybody else something to comment on.
Admiral Kusanagi?
I watched this like a week ago. I have no idea what they talked about now.
You didn't do your homework last night.
I watched it like a week ago. Have I seen it? Yes. Was it kind of cool at the time? I'm like, hey, that's really cool. I have no idea what was really cool. No. Yeah,
well, lucky for you, there's a summary video by the Numifier. You can check that out later, okay?
Well, you know what that means, though, Fastcart? Because I agree with him, because we had to rewatch it. We rewatched it before the show. I need to take my what is it, ginseng or ginkgo biloba, whatever that vitamin, that herb is. Which one is it, ginseng or the?
Well, I mean, if it's for memory, I don't think it's working very well.
No, I'm saying I need to take it. I need to take it.
You need to take more.
I need to take it.
You win. You win. I don't think I can beat that joke today. To the rest of the show.
I don't want you to stop trying, though. All right.
Hey, listen, I get you, because if it ain't working, then I need to go find out why.
Right,
I watched it. The biggest takeaway for me was they addressed the whole thing of multiple shards and what happens to your base if you're like on a different shard, right? And basically they said that your base can only be attacked and destroyed if you're on that shard. So I think that was something a lot of the community was interested in getting an answer for. They got an answer. So
yeah, I mean that and offline rating and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whether or not having the places, your bases that you build in unlawful systems being able to be offline rated is a good thing or not is to be determined.
That's a tough one, man. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think it should matter. Like I think the idea is that they've said about those planetary shields that you have to sort of like rent in the non-UE systems. I'll say, I don't want to say unlawful because I don't presume. But yeah, like in those systems, as long as you pay like your rent on those planetary shields, I think you're going to be okay. It's just if you don't, that's it.
You're talking like 3 shields, though. There's like 3 orgs that can do that.
Right. Yeah.
So
Right.
that's not even a thing. Let's be honest. How many orgs are going to be trying to build there?
I mean,
So
to be real, I don't even think that the whole base rating thing is going to be much of a thing, considering how big these planets and moons are.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa, wait a
I-
minute.
I-
have you played?
go ahead. You go first.
This
Have
is-
you played
this isn't-
Ark?
This
Have
is
you
an
played-
arc. Do you know? Like, if you look at the map of Arc, you could probably fit it in like, not even a quarter of Daymar's surface
No,
area.
I get what you're saying.
I counter that, Jade, with the fact that I have an entire fleet of tanks to raid bases.
That's cool.
Exact-
Great. Now go find one, right? So
Do you think I'm going to
really
have
what this is-
trouble?
Yeah, I do. Because think about how many times you come across an NPC settlement that doesn't have a quantum marker.
I've done it
I
before.
think can you count it on one hand or more than one hand?
I don't play the game anywhere near enough to have it count on 2 hands.
Okay, so
But I still
guess-
have come across one in the little bit that I play.
I guess my point is that people underestimate how big these planets and moons are. And if they're not putting a quantum marker on everybody's bases, and they're not making, some thing of where they just stand out, they've got this huge signature broadcasting in the space that you can find easily. I don't see it being as big of a thing. And I also don't think that's their intent either. When they started the show, they started by talking about, we are building these systems, and all anybody seems to care about is how to destroy things. I really
let me
do
hop
think they
in.
want to
Let-
build a
let-
star
okay.
citizen and not just star psychopath.
Let me hop in real quick, because I'm a part of test, and one of the things that I'm afraid of is that test will always be kill on sight to certain orgs. So even if test sets up in a UE controlled safe, quote unquote safe planet or whatever, I'm thinking that test will always be rated, not always, but regularly rated because of whoever whenever, and that's how it feels. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to see.
I'd like it to
can-
be the bigger the footprint your base has, the more detectable it is. So if you got a little cabin in the woods, the chances of somebody finding you are smaller than if you got a whole damn city.
Can I?
And we'll see. One of us will be right. One of us will be wrong.
Go ahead, Pop. Because I let you have to find a word.
I'm hoping that the train.
no.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, golly, I'm gonna butcher his name or her name. I don't know. Oh God. They asked the question.
Dominica, yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's a pretty interesting one.
The question or the last comment they
The
made.
question, yeah. How do
I'm trying-
you all think they will solve how shop inventory will pop in and out of existence since they allow the functionality to work across shards? I think that's pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, how do you think y'all?
Because I'm interested in how really shards,
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's a
It's
good
above my
question.
pay grade. Sorry.
All right, so yeah, before we wrap up, I just want to say some of the other stuff they've talked about in SCL was they said they started off by saying base building will change how all players play, and that sounds about accurate. Plantation shields will operate differently between lawful and lawless areas. They covered that a little bit. Oh, rare harvestables will replenish when depleted, but it's unlikely they will spawn at the base you built after. It's unlikely that your harvestable will respawn at the base you built after they've been depleted. So you have to pick up and move and move your base. So don't think you'll be shutting down routes forever, and especially if you're trying to extract certain harvestable. Mining and salvaging will both be important because being a master of both will have benefit. And also, if you don't return a drone when a drone is finished building, the drone will self-destruct. And I got that from Nubify. I'm like, whoa, what? Really? That that seems excessive, but we'll see how that works. And it said none of these are promises, so the only content change. And again, that's too much. It's an hour and 4 minutes. The new profile has a 4.5 minute summary, so you can check that out too. All right. Oh yes. The Intergalactic Photography Award. This is from Nico. This posted almost a week ago, or Friday, I guess. Thank you all for participating in the Intergalactic Photography Award 2094 contest. We have received more than 1,000 submissions. Our team is now reviewing the entries, and we'll be back next week with the results. We have been really impressed with your captures. Great job. And that was last week. And then, I think it was, yesterday? Was it yesterday, Jade?
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday. So yesterday they announced the winners. So yeah, they got the reward: Superfan, Elite Crew, Horticulture, Cabin Comfort, Close Up, Snap, After Hours, Personal so forth, and Fleet Formation. Each one of those win a particular award with OCI. And then you have winners: IA Superfan, Nita P, Elite Crews, Renegade 20, Horticulture, JadeStarwatcher. Wait, JadeStarwatcher?
Yeah, and it's haute couture. Horticulture is something else that has to do with growing plants or, medicinal.
Isn't that what you're doing?
No, that's love mission.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I had some stiff competition, and like they said, there were 1,000 entries. So people really, I want them to do more contests like this where there's multiple categories, because I feel like the single category contests have limited interest. But this is the kind of contest that really can engage the community, where whatever you're into, right? Like getting your crew together, fashion in my case, exploring things like that, like formation flying. There was something in this contest for everybody. Or if you just want to represent what ship you liked, what ship brand you like. So I am so happy I won this, and thank you again, CIG. And I just love winning stuff. I've been on a winning streak lately, so I'm happy.
Don't forget when you get big, Jay, don't forget about those little people who
of course,
before you got big.
Oh, of course not. I will never
Okay,
forget
all right.
your jokes either.
Before I forget, Cabin Comfort with Draw It's Golder. Close Up with Bert the Bird. Snap was Amit. And After Hours was Driftwood Badger. And Personal Soulful was Lost the Light. And IEE Fleet Formation was Blunt 69. So let's take a look at some of these these winners. So this is Superfan, Anita P.
Yeah.
This is...
I need a what?
Yeah, I'm not going to say that again. Renegade 20, Elite Crew. Congrats. And this is our very own JadeStarwatcher. How do you say it again?
Haute couture.
Haute couture, okay.
Haute couture, yeah.
And how many submissions were you allowed?
You could submit as many as you wanted, and as many categories as you wanted. So that may
How many
also.
did you submit?
I submitted 3 snaps. This was my main one. Yeah, this was my main one. But then, like, I submitted another one where I was like gesturing about how big the 890 jump was, and then another one where I was just like, okay, enough spaceships. I'm going to Wally's.
Nightcarb, thank you for the subscription. And Nightcarb message was, love the pose. you love your pose, Jade.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is...
And all of these are really good. I voted for every single one of these, and I was rooting for all of them, especially Draw Escador for obvious reasons.
Speaking of Draw Escador, got them up right now. Cabin Comfort, that's a great picture.
Yeah.
And then we have...
It's a cozy one. I like it.
Bert the Bird, Close Up. Now, that's a great shot. If I didn't know better, I would have said someone else, Oscar Hart made this shot, but congrats, Bert the Bird.
We've all learned from Oscar Hart.
Yeah, right. I'm at Snap. I mean,
Yes.
I don't know how they did that.
I know, right? I actually reached out and asked her, and she explained that it's one of the it's not a selfie emote, but she made it look like one at the point at which she snapped it. So it was really hard to do. The amount of skill to get that selfie pose, like there actually is a selfie pose that CIG has, but we don't have access to. And I hope that they actually put it in the game because yeah, like doing that one thing over and over again and hoping you catch it at just the right moment when you do your set, that took some time and effort and skill.
I would have cheated and just took a video and just took the frame.
Right, just took the frame. That's what I would have did.
You do lose quality when you do that usually.
I know,
so,
but
yeah.
I mean, after a while.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah, we take an hour trying to get that one pose. You say forget it. I'll just take a video. Driftwood Badger After Hours. That's a great shot. I love the armor and with the Bandy Defender and that does look alien right there.
I told him, I said, like, because I voted for this, and I was like, this could be Alien Week. Like, CIG should use that for Alien Week.
Right, they might just do that. Just Nostro Light, personal show flare, and that's a lot of ships.
Not just a lot of ships. Look at all this. Like, ships are one thing, right? But look at look at all the other decoration. Like, I spent maybe 30 minutes,
right?
Yeah, and I was like looking, and like some of that stuff, I don't even know where he got it from, right? Because like, I like to go around and I'm a loot goblin, and I don't know where those cones are from at all.
I don't know if the screenshot has to be in 4K, but you can take a 4K video and or you can just blow it up. I don't know. Yeah, like Jade said, you do lose quality, but yeah.
Yeah, the screenshots don't have to be in 4K. They can be in whatever decent resolution that you have.
A suggestion: are you guys recording the video at 24 frames per second or 60?
Ooh,
60, but some 60, people do 30. Yeah.
If you get it at 60, you get a better quality.
Right.
Yep. You're right.
Yep. And then last but not least, Blue Knot 769 Fleet Formation. And yep, that's a lot of ships. So congrats.
Yeah, all of these are deserved winners. Like I said, I was hoping each one of these I was hoping would win. Even mine.
All right, congrats getting to the winners. So yeah, this is the Intergalactic Photograph Photography Award. So yep. All right, up next we have This Week in Star Citizen. Last week to talk about IEE. This week is Luminalia. And then on Saturday you have the Aurora All-Star Grand Prix, where 20 Aurora pilots will go head-to-head to see who will reign supreme in high-octane races on Houston. Catch it live on Twitch. Speaking of race, final call for anyone interested in checking their medal in the filthy race in the Verse 2955 Daymar Rally. You have until December 17, 2024 to sign up. So yeah, you got like another week. Jade, are you ready already for for Daymar?
Well, no. Basically, like my crew, we in Black Star, we were going to be in this year's race, but I think because of just like everything kind of just going on in people's lives, we're going to have to do it next year because we need a bit more time to prepare. And the other thing was, it's going to be the first Daymar rally with server meshing. So it may not be like the most smooth thing. Although, we don't know. This will be a great test for server meshing.
You're the second person tonight to tell me that they're going to hold off until next year because it's some people are just too busy.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like, it's real.
People's lives are changing. Right, you get some people become busier, some people get more time. So it depends on where you are in your stage of life. But yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see what's going on this week. You got the Luminalia festivities starting on Tuesday. Wednesday has the latest roadmap. We get to that in a moment. Thursday have the ISC. We get to that at the end of the show. And then Friday we have the weekly newsletter. But there is no Star Citizen Live. Matter of fact, last week Star Citizen Live was the last one for the year. So we won't get another Star Citizen Live until next year. And that is from Freya. And typically at this point I would usually scroll down and go to the top images, but I'm going to do something a little different. Gonna go to the MVP for this week. Through the Wormhole, started a music video by Garlic. Garlic takes us on a musical adventure of a piece that captures the uninspired majesty and mystery of an 890 jump traveling through a jump point. Enjoy this masterpiece on the community hub. Matter of fact, got their link right there for the community hub. Congratulations to Garlic for being MVP for this week. And check out the video. And then for the top images, instead of going one by one at the bottom, I'm gonna go through them at their hub, so you probably get a better idea what they look like. So this is from this is from Bird to Bird, and this is called Spacewalk Above Pyro 1. So that's a pretty good one. That's number 1. Then you have Highway, let's go there, sneaking in the hood, collecting intels. They got 2 pictures here, so that's number 1. And that's number 2, basically the same picture in the foreground. That's a good pick. Congratulations again, let's go there. Then you have
I'm gonna try and get Droll to come on here one of these weeks.
Didn't it come on a while ago? Like probably last year, but yeah.
Last year. Yep.
Yeah. This is from Archon 123, 30 Polaris. Is that Polaris? I don't know. But yeah, that's a lot of Polaris. That's number 3. And then number 4, this is from Magnetic. Pyro SMG 3D print, electric air duster. So yeah, congratulations. That's a cool looking weapon. And you got a couple more. Oh, they got 20 pictures here. I'm not gonna go through all of them. But yeah, ooh, that looks well used. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that in a dark alley. So can I? No, I can't. Oh, there it is. You can't scroll. So let's take a look at some of these other ones. Congratulations to all the MVPs. So yeah, anyone want to take a pic? You got that's number 4. This number 3. This number 2. This is number 1. So I'm gonna pick someone at random. Hoagie, you're first. Who do you like the best?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it. I do like the planet. That is a cool pick.
Face to face. Which one you like?
Same.
Number 1. Oh, okay, 2 number 1. Hops.
I'm gonna go number 2.
Number 2. Let's go to. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cinematic.
It does.
Yeah.
Alma Krishnagi.
Number 1.
Oh, number 1 again. So number 1 is taking it all, almost all of it today. Jade.
I'm gonna go with number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna go number 3 just because I like the ships, like that one. But yeah, if runner up is number 2. But
number 4. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say something. Number 4 almost looks photoreal.
It is photo. It's a
It is
3D print.
photoreal.
Oh, it is. No,
It's a 3D print.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's something
Pyro
somebody
SMG
made?
3D print.
For real? Somebody
Yeah.
made that? Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god.
All right, I'm gonna have to switch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you didn't know either?
I might have to switch.
I'm gonna have to switch.
I did not
Yeah,
know.
I have to give it
thought
to
it was
him.
in game.
No, I'm sorry. I
I'm
have
like,
to switch
okay,
my
somebody
mind
with the
before. I
pyro and
because I
then-
looked up. Yeah, I have to switch.
Yeah, I gotta
Sorry.
switch.
I gotta
I gotta
switch.
switch.
All right, so
I'm
we got
sorry.
2 for number 3, 1 for number 1, 1 for number 2, and 1 for number 3. So okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Oh
a
my goodness.
tremendous amount of work right there.
Yes.
What did they describe it? They built the upcoming Pyro SMG and Blender based on the screenshots inside to
Yeah.
meet the team, where it was showcased. Printed and how do you say that word? Creality? Ender
Creality?
3
Oh,
S1.
I
Expected to
oh.
design it. Yeah.
Oh.
All
Yeah,
right. So
I have to give it to him because that's a lot of work as far as just the the
'cause
3D
I was
part
gonna
of
mention,
it,
I was gonna say
and then
the textures on that thing
the
is really
textures on it.
good.
Yeah, I'm like looking, I'm like, whoa.
I'm like, wow. You
I
know?
wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I mean, to
If you
paint
don't
all of
know,
the
now you
scratches
know.
and all of that in there,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
And he put a refill. Oh my goodness. He has the cartridges to refill it. Oh man, that is cool.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
I said he, but I don't know. I'm just sorry about that. They. I'm sorry.
You're right. McNatic, congratulations. Congrats to all the winners of the top images for this week.
yeah.
Up next, we have, oh yes, I don't know if people noticed, some things may look different today in Spectrum. We lost contrast, so that's basically what they're talking about in Spectrum. But Luzo D from CIG says, hey, we'll update Spectrum in the following month to upgrade the look and available features. We aim to follow the vision presented during CitizenCon, a social universe. We will start by showing small iterations to fix multiple navigation levels we have today and regroup the avatar and notification. So they are changing the way Spectrum looks. Before I ask what y'all think, I just want to get to this one real quick. What is with the big bar at the top? That's basically what the subject is. Luzo again responded, saying the same thing. They're updating the look and feel of the Spectrum, and there'll be iteration to the avatar notification. So yeah, they're basically responding to different people noticing what is different. And yeah, I'm not cool with the big bar at the top. The contrast is okay with me so far. What is this? Oh yeah, well, I'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, what do people think so far about the new Spectrum?
I didn't even
know that
notice.
I didn't even.
article.
I don't even. To be honest with you, fastcart.
I put-
Do you know how many the amount of times I've gone on Spectrum?
Every week, with me.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
That's
true.
that's the amount of times I go on Spectrum is when I see it up on your screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first time I was like, okay, so let me give you all an example. So I typically go to the developer's post. So when I hit reload, it's going to go straight to the developer's post. But it's cut off at the top because of that the big bar at the top. So you gotta scroll up a bit before you can see who it's from and see the whole message. So I don't like that.
Clearly, nobody here uses Spectrum on mobile.
Right?
So you need to understand what that big bar at the top is for. Oh no, I'm saying that's what that bar at the top is for. Like,
oh, that's what it's for.
I think they're trying to make Spectrum actually work well on mobile.
Let me bring it up. Let me bring it up.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
I'm not gonna show everybody because it might, give away something. But here, I'm doing it. I'm looking at my phone right now.
Show us.
Yeah, okay. It's mostly lined up on my phone when it loads.
Let's see a fast cart.
No.
I'm trying to get them to do.
Yeah, it's mostly lined up, but yeah, I mean, just to go back to the previous week and just see it line up correctly. But yeah, so hopefully they'll iterate it and make it line up on Windows or Chrome or whatever. The desktop,
I would use Spectrum more if it worked on mobile, like, properly. That's one of the things that it's just not a great mobile experience. And I mean, it's 2024. Sites are like designed for mobile first and everything else second. So they really do need to think in those terms.
All right, well, that's just the first iteration. Stay tuned for more iterations, and we'll keep you to date as they come along. This is another thing about Spectrum. This is from an older post from earlier in the year. Spectrum not remembering, basically, Spectrum like to forget your credentials when you were logged in. So let me just reload again and get the proper post, because this was in September 20th when it first came on, and then they updated it today. Yeah, today. So this is from Decker from Turbulent, chiming in again, so people know they're still on radar. Really hard to reproduce in-house, but the info is provided here is really helpful. Sadly, no official resolution yet. We'll come back later when keep you folks informed. So yeah, just let you know what's going on. All right, Best in Show Rewards update. Oh my goodness. So yeah, boy, let me just get through this and then I ask y'all what you thoughts are before I get to my thoughts, because I have some. Hi everyone, this is from Zylo. We've seen a lot of questions about this year's Best in Show. This is from December 9th, a few days ago. After investigating, we discovered an issue with the distribution that resulted in some players not receiving their reward, while others who were ineligible did. Now that this issue has been resolved, we will soon be reclaiming all Best in Show rewards artifacts and then redistributing them correctly. We will be monitoring everything closely to ensure the process goes smoothly. The process can take some time to roll out to everyone, but we'll update this thread when it's fully complete. Thank you for your patience. Oh boy, so the CID give us, CID take us away. Anyone have any thoughts?
Checking to see if I got mine.
I give up my time. I give up my time to Togi. Go ahead, sir.
I am glad that they are ugly, so that I don't have them for longer. This is a win.
Wow. Okay. Anyone else?
I don't understand people losing their minds over something they're getting for free. But okay, you do
because
you,
we
Spectrum.
had it, Jade. We had it in our hangar. It was there. And then they took it away. How dare they?
People getting upset.
They improved my hangar by taking it away.
The issue originally was because people who were supposed to get it didn't get it, and then people who weren't supposed to get it did get it. So the people who were like, hey, I did this thing, and you told me that I would get this thing, and then you gave it to somebody who didn't even do it, and they got the thing. Why the hell am I even doing this? So for them to fix this, I guess, is good in the end, but it's kind of like a wacky way to go about it.
And this is from Driftwood Badger. Go ahead,
I do
Jay.
think their distribution system, that should it needs a what do they call it? A refactor.
Refactor, okay. This is from Driftwood Badger. How does it affect people who melted or upgraded their ships after receiving the skin? They wouldn't be eligible to stick a turn around. Zalo responded, we thought of this too, and they're making sure that the distribution will use the same timeline as before. So if you have melted or upgraded post-IAE, but you had vehicles previously when those checks were made, you will get rewards. And going to the next one.
I don't have mine.
This is from Leo Feb. What do you mean reclaim? Zylo responded, reclaim means they will remove them entirely and they will be using the previous data timeline. So you should not be negatively impacted by the action taken post-event. I think there's one more. Oh yeah, this is from Darkness Muda. So it's not being clear. If there was a bug, say we own 3 terrapin, for example, we only get 1 Best in Show terrapin paint, or will we get, like, every other IAE, we get 3 Best in terrapin paint. Zalo clarified, we will get a reward for every ship. If we have 3 terrapins, we'll get 3 rewards.
I feel bad for people who have 3 terrapins and have to get 3 of those skins.
Aggie, not everybody hates purple, all right? So I don't know why.
I don't know why they don't hate purple either. Like, it just seems natural.
I mean, you're watching this on a platform that their logo is purple. So just saying.
Okay, but yeah, so people who got the reward, this was on the 9th, so this was 3 days ago, and I've been checking every day, and I still haven't gotten mine. I checked before the show, it wasn't in there, so eventually hope they'll work it out, because I don't want them. What I don't want is for another repeat of the FA Lightning fiasco, where we had to submit a ticket to customer support in order to get our 10-year insurance. So I don't want them to run ragged because everyone is submitting tickets trying to get their skins or whatever. So I'd rather them do this than do it the other way. So hopefully, if it does take more time, so be it. But we'll see how well it goes. I haven't heard anyone who gotten their skin back yet.
I just think community. This skin is ugly. Also, community. Where's my skin?
I want the poster more than the skin, Jared. That's me. I was hoping.
Yeah,
I like
I
the
agree.
poster. So where's my poster? There you go. All right. So yeah, up next we have the loner ship matrix. This was updated 2 days ago. Something typically I don't notice what's been updated, but this time I kind of do. They added more bullet points at the top. So the couple of points to note about this list: the concept of loners was introduced to allow players to own a game package and a single ship. When the ship is not available, the loaners for your ship are not intended to be one for one or best case substitute. The presence of a game package is required for loaners to be granted an account. I'm not sure if that's new, but that sounds like something that they needed to add if that was the case. If a new ship becomes flight ready and is a better substitute, the loaner will be updated. I'm not sure if that's new. That's a good update if it is. Due to restrictions on Arena Commander, certain ships have secondary loaners to allow them to play in all game mode. No, I know that's not new. That's been in there for a while. But these are not permanent additions to your fleet. That's important to note. That's not permanent. If you get a loaner, don't expect it to always be there, especially when your ship becomes flight ready. Loaners do not stack. This is important. So you have let's say you have 3 whole E's. You're not getting 3 whole C's. You're only getting 1. You'll never receive more than one of each loaner ship. But sometimes you can get more than one of a ship, but depending if you have more than one ship that has that same loaner. So yeah, that's the caveat there. And as far as I know, RSI cannot swap loaners, so don't submit requests to RSI if you want to get a different loaner. But yeah, as far as I know, everything is still the same. They added we went over this last week, I think, for I'm looking for the ship, Paladin. They had the Redeemer as a loaner, and looking for some of the other ships that were new. Honestly, oh yeah, they added the Polaris for the Idris M and the P. And some of the small changes, but that's about it. And I think the bullet points needed to be updated, and they did. So, good on you, CIG. Any thoughts? Okay, moving on. Luminalia, here we go. 2954, celebrate the season across the verse. Luminalia will be featuring 11 days of surprises and will start on December 12th. That's today. Make sure you don't miss out on any of the fun. We gathered all the important links here. You got Luminalia 2954, Luminalia 2954 referral bonus, Luminalia 2954 calendar, and just a keep giving video contest. So, we're just going to go to the next tab. Luminalia 2954. What do y'all have any thoughts?
It's my favorite Star Citizen holiday.
Right.
Go ahead, Pops.
No, I was just gonna say if you went back to the other picture, SC. Yeah.
Which one?
You see the guns on the left hand side? There it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, don't tell me we're getting that green and red one. I was joking when I said that.
You wanted it. See, I am
joking
example
when I said
right
there. I was joking when I said that. Don't tell me we really are getting a green and red one.
Does it shoot?
Okay,
That's all that matters.
Thank you for that, Pops.
Oh, you're welcome. But I don't blame you. How do you coordinate with that?
Badly.
Yeah, very badly. But hey, it's a gun.
That's where you wish you're colorblind.
Ooh. Some people are colorblind. They felt that one, Jay. They felt that one.
Sorry.
Holiday referral program. You're getting a pulse select or just a pulse. We'll find in a bit. We got this thing here, the 11 days of Luminalia. And you might notice it's 11 days instead of 12 days. We get that reason in a bit, because they did post why that is the case. Starting on December 12th, ending on December 22nd. Click below to receive a carefully wrapped Luminalia gift. Take back each day at 1600 UTC. That'll be noon Eastern. No, sorry, 11 a.m. Eastern, and that'll be 8 a.m. Pacific. So stick to your local time for that. It's basically the same time or whatever IAE started for the next day, basically. And just the season, the same picture that was on the previous page. The calendar, I'm going to get to that in a moment. Seasonal starter pack. Again, these come with some good offers. The war bonds, so they come with, let me click on it just to make sure. You have your Visit Titan, and you have, so you can download 20,000 UEC, not Alpha UEC, 20,000 UEC, 24 months of return, so 2 years instead of 10 years. But you do get a decent amount of UEC, and you get 20% off, so yeah, there's that. And you have a bunch of helmets and jackets and discounted subscriber passes. Now, 2 years ago, they offered a 3-month Imperial pass for $55, which would have translated to like $220 for the year. But this time, you're saving basically $40 for the whole year. Check that out if you're interested. And you also have thoughts in the merchandise. So any thoughts from y'all?
Yeah, half the merchandise is sold out. So I don't know why the hell they even have it listed.
Merchandise, these sold out. You got the penguin slippers sold out.
The Pico's sold out. Keep going to the right.
You got them sweaters sold out, but that's the ugly sweater.
Yeah.
You can pre-register the bomber jacket. And the fleece is sold out. Okay, not quite half, but a third. A third is sold out.
Also, what is since today is day number 1 of
I was gonna click on that when we get to the
okay.
Yeah, so Luminalia referral bonus to get the Mirai Pulse. So not the Pulse Select, just the Mirai Pulse. And I believe it has LTI. It didn't say. I think it's usually it's LTI.
Yeah.
So you refer one person, and you get a pulse.
Here we go. Drum roll.
Yeah, one person. Yeah, I think you both get. No, they get the pulse, and you get. Yeah. Oh, let me just read it. So everyone that brings a new player into the verse by January 6th will get a Mirai Pulse. So you get the Pulse, and free along with the usual referral board. Just be sure to be your friend. Make sure your friend uses your referral code when they create an account. So you get the Pulse, and
they get to play the game. Okay. All right.
And they get 5,000 UEC for using the referral code. Now here's the thing. The weird thing is, today I was on my phone when I woke up. I clicked on this and it showed up, but for some reason it must have reverted. So I'm gonna click on it again. So drum roll. It's a Spectrum badge. Oh, it says I already have it.
Right.
Was that Whammer?
Yes, that's what it sounds like. This is my face when that happened. I don't know who did that, but here, oops, you already had that Luminalia gift. So okay, so it did register that I did it earlier, but it didn't do. I did it on my phone earlier. They didn't do it on the website. I mean on the my desktop. So yeah, tomorrow morning I get to do number 2 until all of these are done.
It's at 1600 every day, UTC.
Right.
They just missed a major opportunity though with this year. Like they could have released a high performance cargo ship from Mirai, and I mean that's all I would have wanted for Christmas. So
Wait,
That
what?
joke just flew right over your head, but never mind. The
No,
Mariah Carey.
the Mariah Carey. I
God,
got it.
all I want for Christmas. So
Now you know
this
how I
one-
feel,
That's actually a pretty
Jade.
good
Now you know how I feel.
Yeah.
So this is previous Luminalia.
Wait,
This
why
is
a
from
cargo ship? I'm still stuck on this.
Because it carries.
Oh,
Get it?
Carrie, I get.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
See, Mariah Carey. All I
and
want
it's
for
funny
Christmas.
because we
All I Want for
explained
Christmas
it.
is a song, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is from previous. This is from last year. The Luminalia we watched from last year. So they gave us a bunch of guns. Oh, they did give us a red and green gun last year. I forgot about that. And then if you look at the there's a Star Citizen tools. They have every Luminalia 2950 or 4 years ago. And 2951, that's when they gave us the infamous handlebar.
Handlebar.
Yeah, that's the 2951. I couldn't remember what year it was for some reason. I'm like, what year was it? So there you go.
Scroll down, does it show it?
No, it's right here, day 6. It just said sneak peek of the upcoming Graveler vehicle. Day 6.
I mean, the ones for this year did leak, and all I'm gonna say is that some of the skins are pretty nice.
You like the skins? Okay, so that's saying something. I'm looking forward to it now.
Says people should, if they haven't, read the lore of Luminalia. We all get caught up in all the gifts and the free stuff, but it's really cool lore, and it especially if you're into Banu or you own a Banu merchantman, and definitely read that
Or
lore piece
Defender.
30.
Oh, by the way, I do want to
34,000
give
geeks.
shout out to Jojo Meg Discord server for showing this, because that's where I got this from. So yeah, thank you for that. And then yeah, if you want to look at previous Luminalia gifts, you can go to that site and look at the different years. So this is 2952. You got the sweaters. You got the sextant. Got the Pico Penguin plushie. The SMG. Oh yeah, you got the Friendly the Storm plushie. Forgot about that. And you got the Bandit Knife. You got the Bandit Knife almost every year, I think, right?
Yeah, I think.
It feels like it.
Yeah, it feels like it.
They got to give a Banu something every year because half of that
Banu
holiday is because
socks.
of them. Yeah.
Do they have to? Would you be?
Yeah,
surprised
it's a Banu human holiday. Again, if
Right.
you read the lore, it's a Banu holiday that we sort of just kind of like appropriated as part of like our holiday traditions.
And speaking of the Hannibal, this is from Reddit to talk about the Luminalia. So yeah, Il Diamond asks, why only 11 days of the event calendar this year instead of 12 days? And someone said on the 12th day Luminalia, CIG said to me, welcome to Pyro. Scott Gonzalo said, our teams are fully focused on 4.0 at the moment, and we simply came down to bandwidth. Hopefully you'll all still enjoy the freebies though, and rest assured, no Hannibal this year. Andy Cook said, so what they're saying is there's a chance. So let me, wait, where is it? I had it here. Oh, okay. Let me hit reload because it must have gone off or something.
4.0.
Right.
You know what I would like if they gave us Illuminati? Either a Banu bobblehead doll or a plushie, a Banu plushie figure doll.
I don't know about plushie. I mean, we'll see. Because I don't think they fully. I don't think they fully fleshed out the Banner yet. So maybe when they are fleshed out, they'll give it to us. For some reason. Oh, okay. I know what it is. So yeah, we could get them onto that in a bit. But yeah, that is Luminalia so far. Oh yeah, one more final fun. There's a contest, a video contest for Luminalia 2024. The gift to keep giving. We have rules to adhere to them. Winning conditions, quality, creativity, rule adherence, no reference to real life religious holidays. And submissions in on January 6th. So yeah, first place get a Starlink and Mac. Second place get the Anvil Terran Medic. And third place gets the Crusader Intrepid with all the LTI. So good luck with that. Okay, so yeah. I think I'll take this moment to go to a commercial break. So let me click on that real quick and get started. Waiting for it to start. There we go. Yes. So thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for supporting us. Thank you all for becoming a Patreon and following and liking us and it makes it and coming in when we go live. We appreciate y'all. We have 19 people in on and Twitch and 3 people in YouTube. So thank y'all for joining us. Hope y'all enjoying this show. Especially everyone who's in here with me right now. Emma Kusanagi, Face, Jade, Poppin' Face, Togi. Appreciate y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying the show. Thank you all for regularly becoming regulars on this show. I appreciate you. So thank you.
We love you too, fastcart.
They like me. They really like me.
Oh boy! Don't say that too much around window pops. Jesus.
Hey, I come for your jokes. I don't want people cutting you off. All right.
I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, we are back.
Oh, boy.
So up next we have quite a few more things before we get to ISC. Hopefully we'll knock them out. While they're all online modes of being a planet require at least 2 players to start. DJ Bunting from CIG that says the 2 main reasons, and to go through the meet, I'm going to try to summarize them. Each instance is hosted by the dedicated game server. If every player in Swarm mode wanted to play solo while online, we'd be in a lot of trouble. So that's basically one reason. Some game modes are simply not fun without a critical mass of players. For Control, we observed this to be around 6 players. Elimination 3 to 4, for example. We originally required these numbers for players for the game to start, but we observed that players are generally impatient. Most players won't wait more than 10 to 15 seconds before moving on before when they're faced with waiting for players screen. Often not allowing games to start rolling. Some good news on that below. So that's basically the 2 reasons. Basically because they don't have enough service resources to implement all the solo players, and it should be more fun when you have more people. I am on Blue Sky. We'll talk about that after the show. But yeah. All right. Okay. This is a follow up to the same thread. They replied below. I wish all games had waiting mode, and they said they do. In racing, might let you circle the track. This is not the case in the latest 4.0 in EPTU. So yay. And they got a few ideas in mind for FPS mode, such as bots and other things, but a bit early to say. But we'll do this. It's definitely something they would like to explore and push for large scale game modes. So yeah, I have a few more changes for Arena Commander coming up in the pipes.
Submarine used to be amazing, and it just went way of the dodo bird. So I hope they change that.
I hope, like they do allow for I don't know, maybe even just like make a single player offline thing for some of those things, so that there's people that want to practice, like they want to get good at racing or whatever, and they can just do that on their own time. They don't have to wait for a buddy to show up.
You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping for Titan Marine, or when the Titan suits come online, people can fight in the Titan suits. But we'll see what it that.
I'm sure they'll add a mode for that. Yeah.
All right, so this is the roadmap roundup for this week. Every 2 weeks, the company roadmap roundup with a brief explanatory note to give you insight into decision making that led to any changes. So notable changes for December 11th: space stations, contested zones location feature coming in Pyro Space Station, introducing FPS gameplay with various layout tailored for this purpose. I should say this is release view, and the following deliverables have completed final review for Alpha 4.0, and therefore they're changing that status to committed. The already committed, coming in 4.0. Astro bases, implementing new astro bases scattered across the across space and asteroid clusters, gas clouds, and other areas of Pyro. Mission system refactor. We've been hearing about this. Reworking the underlying mission system to become compatible with server messaging, allowing for easier creation and maintenance of mission content. Mirai Guardian. Woohoo! Building, balancing, and implementing Mirai Heavy Fighter Guardian into the game. So this tells me that the Guardian it's on its way in 4.0, and it's a heavy fighter, so it's not a racer. So maybe they have a racing variant, but the one that we saw in the video evidently is a heavy fighter. So any thoughts?
Is it on? When are they putting it on sale? Or is
That's when it comes out.
When
Probably
4.0
when
comes
4.0
out.
drops. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, exactly when it? Okay.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
know when, but whenever 4.0
We made
goes live.
predictions. I like to say that I'm still on track with my prediction.
And you're
We're
tracking
watching
with
that video
tomorrow,
tonight.
though.
Or next week.
You're-
My
you're-
prediction was for
you're-
this weekend. Was the prediction?
I heard Friday the 13th, but okay. We'll say,
Oh
we'll
yeah,
say,
no, you're right. It was Friday. the 13th, You're right.
So
You
is
got
the
me.
Guardian is the Guardian a 2-man or solo?
Single.
Single? Oh man. Okay.
So, what kind of classification does it fit in?
Heavy fighter. That's all we know at the moment.
Heavy. So
Heavy. It's getting kind of heavy.
Are we watching the video tonight or next week?
What video?
The video that came out today.
What?
video? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
what?
we're getting to it.
What?
Okay.
We're getting to it,
What?
Admiral.
Why are they confused? Okay.
Because I didn't. I saw.
You talking about ISC? Yeah, we're getting to that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I thought he was talking about a Guardian video. Oh,
Yeah, the content. Yeah, that was a non sequitur. That came out of nowhere. All right, McCree. No one knows what you're talking about except for Jade.
Yeah, I knew.
Okay.
So
You
this
got
is the
me,
Spectrum
Admiral.
version.
You got me.
This is the Spectrum version of the same thread. Basically the same content and no additional dev prize. Okay, so winding down until we get to ISC, quite a few more posts. Engineering and batteries. They asked about that, and Chavo said, "Hey, as of now, batteries are not part of the initial release. They really wanted to focus on the core engineering gameplay and experience first to get enough time to iterate over that and make it fun. Batteries are from my point of view, a little extra that we can release separately once we feel it's ready and add something meaningful to the gameplay. Just to be clear, batteries are still planned, but focus right now is on core aspect of the engineering gameplay loop, like basic engineering management, repair of component, and updated TTK or time to kill for shares." So yeah, any thoughts? No batteries for engineering yet, but it's coming down the line. Okay. Now this, what was that?
No, it's just I would have liked to have seen engineering with 4.0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is
don't we
this
all?
is not the latest patch note for the EPTU, but there are quite a few dev posts that came with this patch note, so that's why I wanted to include it. We're not going to go over this one. We'll go for the one that came out today. But
And
I
it's
do want
open
to
to
update.
all backers. Just
Yeah.
just letting you know now it's open to all backers.
Thank you. And so people are asking about the M keys, and there's been quite a few questions about shortcut keys and key bindings in this patch. Savo said they fixed it. They made a change, but they took it out, and it wasn't in the EPTU, but they fixed it, and it should be in the next one, in the next build. Sorry for the confusion. Want to know more about the HUD and mining fixes and stuff like that. So there's a fix for markers, investigating passive and active modules, and see above investigating and mining hub fix, and storing a mining pod. Edit not in for 4.0. So cheers. You have a couple more. This is still that's just a couple of the posts that the dev replied, but there's quite a few posts in this one. So check that out if you want to get more detail. Then this one came out today. So starting AUC 15 million, All back is EP2U. Testing and feedback focus, server messing, pyro starting system and location, mission refactor, content to the zone, jump point, advanced HUD view, home location, instance hangar spawning. Oh yeah, there was something about that. Maybe I'll get to that in a moment. We'll see. Known issues of some of them. Research and gameplay, planet and gravity and Atmo. Turret aiming and autopilot, auto gunbow mode. Shift and vehicle, advanced HUD and MFD and visual optimization and label path. Excuse me. Weapons and items. Grand multi-tool beam. Excuse me, sorry about that. Increase the max distance and lower the maximum force. Cortex. Further network and interaction delay optimization. For the corpse ragdoll and physics and networking improvement. Updated all loading screens and spawning location screens to be specific to the location. Dude, that's cool. Further spawn closet performance optimization and instant hanger screaming optimization. So they could fight a few bugs. Oh, no, not quite a few bugs. Technical to fix 7 client crashes, 7 server crashes, fix server deadlock, and fix a memory corruption issue.
I have an audible of a issue council report I posted. Only needs 4 more confirmations, but it'll make every space trucker out there with a hull C very happy if it gets fixed before 4.0 drops. So you can't sell cargo from a hull C in Pyro, but some of the most lucrative routes are from Stanton to Pyro. So I just threw that in chat. If anybody wants to help verify that, you'll make a lot of space truckers happy.
And a lot of pirates.
And pirates, yes.
There was something in here that I wanted to address, but I forget what it is. I need to make a note for it. Maybe it'll come back to me later. Anyway, so moving on. Oh yeah, well before that, anyone want to say anything about the EP2U? Anyone else?
I mean, I'm in it right now, and usually I'm pretty salty, and it's pretty good. There's still some slight bugs.
Start warming up my truck, Togi.
Hey, it ain't out till it's out. I got until the last second of this year to get you that truck, and out of spite, I'm taking every second.
All right, fair enough.
I love how Togi said that begrudgingly, so begrudgingly.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. I mean, they still had to remove engineering. All right, like. I'm just saying, but you still won by the letter of the law here.
All
I'm a man of my word.
Win, no matter what, Togi. You should know by now.
Is it a win if you don't have engineering?
It's a win that we can go to Pyro.
It's a win that
I mean,
you
that's
can drive
always
my
what
truck.
4.0 was about. Before they tacked on engineering, it was just about server meshing and going to Pyro.
That's true. Like I said before, CIG give it, CIG take it away. This is a post about why the missiles, torpedoes, and bomb prices jacked up more than 550 to 100 times in 4.0, and they addressed that. Yeah, this is from Nico. We have rebalanced the ordnance cost recently, but also keep in mind that it means you will make more profit when looting messages or ship when you disable. And reselling these missiles and torpedoes will pay out more. We'll be monitoring how things unfold in 4.0 and listening closely to your feedback. So yes, this game is still in alpha, it's still changing. This is not the finished game. They're still iterating on before 1.0. So that's what that is. I'm guessing that's like a summary of why they're changing the torpedo cost. But yeah, so what do people think?
It kind of feels like they're trying to move to more of a loot economy. Like, they don't want you to just bounty hunt and then fly away. You know, just kill your target, fly away to the next. They actually want you to, like, scalve it, you know, go to the wreck and take what you can from it.
Okay.
Is that different from what they've been saying?
I just don't understand how that works into using a fighter for that kind of stuff.
Well, a fighter is supposed to be against other fighter craft, not like.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, again,
ship.
like lots of people use fighters for bounty hunting. You can't
Or use
really
a Titan.
stuff. Yeah. Again, there's just the Titans all win, right? Like, It's why it's the best starter. I will literally fight you for that.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not. No,
So
I'm not
I know. I know
That-
somebody out there is going to say
You should run
something.
him over.
I will run you over with my tongue if you keep defensive.
But it won't be with your
Wow.
CSV.
Yeah. No, I have another one. I should leave that thing out and on so it's just all messed up.
Usually, I'm the
Now
one.
you're
threatening-
salty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw
Usually,
a dead
I'm the one
elk rat.
threatening the one.
I'm gonna go around and start hitting cows with it and then give it to you.
Oh no.
See, usually I'm the one threatening people to run over their toes. You're the first person to threaten and run over me with that tongue. So, congratulations, hey, achievement unlocked. All right, so this is a. Go ahead.
Just real quick, somebody in chat brought something up, and I don't see it on the notes. But did you want to talk about the being able to spawn in your hangar now?
Oh yeah, that's the thing that I wanted to bring up, but I don't have a post or I must have deleted it. But yeah, go ahead, Jade.
Yeah. So, well, you should talk about it. I just wish there was a choice. Like, so for people that don't know, in 4.0, you're going to be able to spawn in your hangar instead of in your hab, right? I know a lot of people like that and want that because, well, they just want to go and fly their ship. They don't want to have to take the train and everything. But I mean, to me, like that takes something away from being, in the verse. And I just wish that they would make it a choice and not something that we have to do. Like I'll miss my hab is all I'm saying.
Right now, maybe it's not a choice, but maybe it'll be a choice in the future.
Yeah, and I mean those aren't really our habs anyway. Like I didn't want a what is it, persistent hanger. I wanted the persistent habs first, and I do hope they still have the persistent hanger thing in mind. I'm sorry, persistent hab thing in mind because they were both on the roadmap, and I haven't heard anything about persistent habs in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I
but
think it was just that they didn't have enough habs.
No, they've got more than enough space for habs in every city. Not only that, they're creating more. Remember when they redid Loreville, they said they were doing it specifically to have building interiors and the things that they showed us for building interiors, including player habs.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on with that.
You're not the
We
only
haven't
one.
heard
Right?
anything about that in a while.
That was one of those Road to 4.0 episodes too. So
Yep.
it's a good question.
Yeah, so you can see right here it says listed home location instance hangar spawning. So that's what we're talking about right now. Multi-system locations, inventory active, location personal inventory may disappear when forced respawning, unfortunately. And AI respawning. But yeah, the top one is what we were talking about, the home location instance spawning. So instead of spawning in your hab, like we said, you spawn in your personal hangar. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I get to live with
we'll
motor
see how that-
oil and
Hey, when I get my Revel in New York, that's gonna be my home, okay?
yeah,
Right
but
now,
we don't. That's the thing. We don't have a Revel in New York.
I know right now we don't, but I'm just saying when I get it, that's gonna be my home.
That's fair.
All right. Oh yeah. So this is talk about the calls again, but yeah. Okay. This is the thing. This is going back to Luminalia. This is where I thought I had it earlier, but I saved it for the end because it's a fun post. Talking about the freebie. I have quite the hoarding problem. I couldn't import with my Christmas handlebar.jpg. And Captain said, if you send me a screenshot of your Christmas handlebar proof that you have one, he will give you the other handlebar so you have to pair. And they replied, sending a GIF or a picture of the handlebar. And then Captain said, here's the other one. So I hit tab real quick. You see, it's the other handlebar right there. There you go. Happy. I thought that was cute. So now they didn't give us the handlebar, but they did. Okay, so before we get to the inside Star Citizen, I want to give someone a shout out. Startup Graham put out a new ship size comparison chart, and updated for IAE. So you have all the ships that are currently in Star Citizen or concept or otherwise. And yeah, they added a new chart. This is like only a few weeks old. So if you want one, go head over to StarJump. And yeah, typically they give these giveaways. As a matter of fact, people who won previous posters, they're in the process of giving those sending those out. So I just want to give Startup Grammar a shout out and thank him for giving me a selection copy of the poster. This is not the full image. This is just. I mean, this is the full image, but this is like a content creating image that I can show here because you can see that it's yeah, it's not full 4K. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to Startup Graham because I would just wanted to give him a shout out about the good work that they're doing. It's a cool looking poster. Matter of fact, they used this poster on one of the CIG developer Blender videos that they had a bit ago. So this is the updated version of the one that they had previously, and this is a whole brand new poster that they put together for this year for this IAE. So yeah, head over to Sergeant Graham. He's good people. All right. Now we get on to our Inside Star Citizen. That puppet gets me every time. So yeah, this is 7.5 minutes. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's enjoy.
Teams and studios around the world are working diligently to release Alpha 4.0 into all players' hands before the end of this year. And on this last ISC of 2024, we're going to take some time to revisit many of the aspects that we hope will make this patch the biggest in Star Citizen yet. So let's jump on in with Patch Report 4.0. Oh, and remember, this is just a quick summary. If you're looking for an in-depth, nitty-gritty of each feature, check out all those dedicated episodes we just did. You'll learn more from the developers than you ever will from me. So let's do it.
It's hard to pick the most important element of Star Citizen Alpha 4.0, but any conversation must start with the arrival of server meshing, the underlying technology that will increase player capacity and server performance for years to come, with its first iteration allowing for the largest expansion of Star Citizen's universe yet. And you'll get to that expansion through our first jump point, connecting the Stanton system we've known and watched evolve since 2015 with the nascent Pyro system, as players and spacecraft alike traverse back and forth between two different star systems. Of course, once you get to the Pyro system, you'll encounter a new array of space stations and asteroid bases, each providing opportunities and challenges galore as you navigate the worlds of Pyro's various factions like Rough and Ready, Headhunters, and the Citizens for Prosperity. And within these locations, you'll discover my pick for most exciting new feature of Alpha 4.0, the Contested Zones, where citizens will battle it out against NPC and player alike, solving puzzles, holding positions, and moving from zone to zone for a whole host of interesting and unique rewards that will continue to grow in subsequent patches. Then, when you're ready to explore further, the planets and moons of Pyro offer 11 new terrestrial locations full of adventure and commercial advantage aplenty, with its 6 planets and 5 moons playing host to a variety of encounters to discover in settlements independent, outlaw, and derelict alike. Junkyards where new mission types can be found, and even farms for those looking for a more peaceful life. And within and around those points of interest, you might encounter one of Star Citizen's growing library of creatures, with the addition of multiple quasi-grazer variants, the not quite domesticated Copion in service of their captors, and even the small and diminutive Alaprat. Then beneath the surface of Pyro's planets and moons, and Stanton's for that matter, new caves to be found in styles of rock, sand, and acidic beckon the brave adventurer to plunge their depths and conquer whatever creatures lie within. And throughout it all, 4.0 also includes the next major step forward in our ongoing economy overhaul and mission system refactors, with continuing adjustments to vehicle components, consumable weapons like missiles and torpedoes, fuel prices, mission rewards, and much more. And in FOIP news, those improvements demonstrated at this year's CitizenCon also arrive in the upcoming Alpha 4.0, including head rotation tracking, camera stabilization, a greater range of motion for big mouths, and overall refinements to the tracking algorithm itself. And then of course, we can't forget spaceships, where the Anvil Carrick blast shields and opening cargo doors make their long-awaited debut. Let's just see that whole animation there. Yes, blast shields. Do your thing. Also, what's this mean for the caterpillar doors? You're gonna get those soon? Should we cut that out? Let's go ahead and leave that comment, shall we? Quantum travel gets its next evolution with new variations to acceleration rates, fuel consumption, and maximum speeds based on each quantum drive's grade and class. And of course, we have to mention the legendary Space Wolf itself, the Mirai Guardian, makes its presence known and looks to reckon with anyone that called it the Fat Fury in the past. We're just gonna sit quiet and look at the Guardian fly around for a bit. Ooh, I've seen the previews on the trailer. I don't have anything to do with it, but it looks really cool. It's gonna be a good trailer when it comes.
All in all, Alpha 4.0 is shaping up to be the start of a new chapter in the continuing story of Star Citizen's development. And while this will be the last time that we see each other before the new year, keep your eyes on the robertspaceindustries.com website and social accounts for more details about its upcoming release. And from everyone here at Inside Star Citizen, thanks so much for letting us share the people and process of game development with you. Enjoy your holidays, spam John Crew with jalopy for me, and we'll see you all here next year.
And we're back. So yeah, that is this week's ISC, Star Citizen, Inside Star Citizen Alpha 4.0 patch report. So who wants to go first? Give me their thoughts.
I'll jump in. I enjoyed this ISC. It's kind of funny. I'm over here. I got the Game Awards on my other screen, and
don't remind people about that. Go ahead.
But I got it on here on my other screen, and it was as I'm watching the planets, I'm sitting here imagining when will Star Citizen make its debut on there. You know.
Well, in 2015, they had Mark Hamill on Chris Robert. So they did technically 8 years ago, but yeah, we'll see.
So they had a debut already. So
yeah, basically.
When? So I'm thinking,
they jumped the gun.
when they will return. Then
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else?
I'm just looking forward to when I have to wait in a line, or maybe even just try to get around a line of people, so it feels like I'm at the the motor vehicle place,
DMV.
DMV, and that'll be interesting. I'm sure people in Spectrum will be like, "This is stupid." I do want to talk about the. Are you going to talk about the Guardian now, or should I wait?
Yeah, go ahead.
It looks interesting. I don't know. Citizen Shenanigans is saying it's immersion breaking, but I don't really see that.
Oh,
with,
the thrusters. I know. I think I know what they're getting
but those
at.
are the same thrusters on like a lot of
The
other. I mean, like the Mirai fighters, and right now they're already on there.
Yeah, but this one is like. Let me try to find it. Anyone remember where it was? Guardian. At the end.
It's right after the Corsair.
There we go.
While you get that.
So right there.
Oh.
No, after this. I went too far. Here we go.
One thing I want to know if you can. It doesn't look like it has any bed in it. Kind of disappointing.
No, it's like. I want to say it's like the F8 or the Hornet. You talking about those?
Okay, I can see that. So like, okay, so it's. I mean, it's thruster vectoring is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure like the thrusters in the front though might have to be offsetted a lot. I don't know, but it's a nice looking ship. It looks like it's got 16 size 3 missiles, and 2 size 5 guns, which is people might say it's not.
Well, one thing I will say, if you get hit with an EMP and you're in the gravity well, you're screwed. With those thrusters. Because that thing does not glide. It'll fall like a brick.
No, Citizen, I get that. When the thrusters move down or whatever, you would think it's going to just absolutely flip-flop. But that's why I said the thrusters in the front must be working heavy to kind of...
Yeah, Morgoth beat me to it. It's Xeon Tech. Yeah, Xeon Tech. It's space magic. No, not really, but yeah, that's what we're saying.
So, if the thrusters are the most immersion-breaking part of Star Citizen, I guess you haven't been watching that closely, because I'm in an org and we've got like people who are like aerospace engineers and stuff, and we talk about it sometimes. It's just like we have to disable parts of our brain to be able to enjoy the game. So it's just that whole thing of sometimes rule of cool goes too far, and what's cool to somebody is immersion breaking to somebody else. That's all.
Jade, all I have to say is just be like me. Never turn on that part of your brain, and you'll be fine.
Impossible.
So yes, anyone else?
I'll go. I didn't know about the star vermin that we're.
Oh yeah, I want to bring that up too. But you go ahead, Pops.
No, I didn't. I had no idea. This is today when I saw it. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know we were getting space rats. Okay, but cool.
Yeah, I found one. I found one in a toilet. Yeah, I found one in a toilet on one of the asteroid stations. And I killed it, and I tried to eat it, but it wouldn't let me.
I was going to ask you, how did it taste? I was going to joke, but you beat me to it.
You know what, fastcart?
Well, because right before there, like right next to the toilet bucket thing, I found one of those little sea nut worms, and I ate that.
You ate it? No, you did. I was there. I was there for it.
Yeah, and then I found the little rat thing. I was like, well, I wonder if I can kill this thing and eat it too.
Yeah, and you know how it tasted? Tastes like ones and zeros.
Yeah. Not like it tastes like a 1 and 0 chicken.
It's chicken.
1 and 0 chicken.
I don't even want to eat the cooked alparats, and you're trying to eat one that's in a toilet and.
Yeah, it's extra seasoned.
Okay.
I was going to ask you, were you sitting
marinated?
So do me a favor. Tell me what the name of the rat is, because the closed caption.
Alaprat. ALOPRAT.
Alaprat. Okay. Alap and rat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I just had a thought for a cinema named Ben. Remember that?
Oh my god.
No,
That's
dear
going
God,
way
no.
back in
The
time.
thing is,
Wow.
if we were to put that out today, half people would think it's an original content.
Yeah, I would.
Mm.
The ending of that movie was crazy.
I don't remember
That's
the
more
end
like-
of it. I just know of it. I saw it a long time ago. Ben,
That's the kid
Jade,
who, like, befriends a rat, right?
Jade, just
Looks like this rat king.
Wikipedia, 1970s Ben, and you'll figure
Yeah.
out what we're talking about.
I just did, unfortunately.
You're welcome.
You know, actually, fastcart. I went to
Lost
that
the trailer.
movie not for anything. I went to the movie to hear the Michael Jackson song.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But
Anyway,
the only other
we're
thing I
dating
wanted
ourselves. Let's get back to this video.
the only other thing I wanted to point out was I guess he's pretty strong if he can punch somebody and knock them out when they got a helmet on. But you know, hey,
Yeah,
That's not a very good
I
helmet.
was like, my man is beast mode. He knocked him out, punched him while he's got his helmet on. I'm like, okay, but all right.
All right, so I think we're gonna wrap this up. But I just want to say, going back to the faithful thing, just keep me to my guardian. Jared said, people who call it the Fat Fury, better look out. I felt like Gomab got called out. He said, and I sent him the link and the timestamp for the video, and he doubled down. He's all for it. He's fine. So yeah, this is the last ISC of the year. There won't be one next week, but we'll be back on Soul Talk. We'll find other stuff to talk about. But yeah, that new rat thing, I'm not sure how I feel. Let me get back to you on that one. But I am looking forward to the economy overhaul. Go ahead.
I only have one comment. I hope they bring back Pyro 4's rings, because that's part of what made that planet super cool. And we saw them in the one winning entry for the contest. So I hope they bring them back. I mean, they
that was
said
number
they're
one?
gone. Yeah.
With
that
the
was
blue
what?
planet?
No.
the one-
The contest, not the
Top
staff
managers.
picks.
Okay.
Yeah. The guy, the alien looking one, the guy that's standing next to the Banu Defender and the Xeon suit. and
Oh, okay.
yeah, he was standing on Pyro 4, and they temporarily took away its ring system, and I hope they bring it back before it goes live. That's all.
Okay.
Hey, as long as they have to push it back till next year, I'm fine with that.
Of course you are.
Oh, you did see that they changed their atmosphere for you, right?
On Pyro 4?
On 3 of them, 3 or 4 planets and moons got breathable atmosphere now.
What? Thank you, CIG. Sometimes the
Breathable, not
community is
semi-breathable,
right.
but straight up breathable.
Well,
yeah, like straight up.
Yeah, because like
But-
Pyro 4 had NPCs walking around without, spacesuits, and it has green, trees and everything, and it's got it looks like it's a place that you should be able to walk around without a helmet.
Okay.
Yeah, Pyro 4, 5A, and 5D
Okay,
have breathable atmospheres now.
I'm
Cool.
all for it. Those would be my 3 picks too. Just from
And let me know when they
just
update
from
that in the
astronomy
Arkstar map.
perspective.
Let
Yeah.
me know when they
I have a
update that in the
question.
Arkstar map.
I have a question if it's if I can throw it out there.
Sure, we got some time. Go ahead.
Okay. Now I am curious, the blast shield. Okay.
Oh, what we just saw?
Yeah, we just saw them. And all right. Are they there for the solar flares? Are they there for combat? Because I'm just wondering, how do you fly when they're deployed if you can't see?
You fly it like a misc ship with that little tiny window on the front.
I'm just wondering.
You asked a question, Pop, to get an answer.
And I got an answer. I can't.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I mean, in game, I don't know how people are not gonna fly in third person mode, but you can fly in third
oh
person
yeah,
mode.
that's true. I forgot about third person mode.
Yeah,
I don't know. That feels like you're kind of cheating if you do it.
I know, but yeah,
Yeah, but I
if you
mean,
want to
you
do
do
it,
what you want to do. Yeah.
yeah.
With scanning, would you be able to see through that when you scan to like see the terrain and stuff like that?
I'm wondering. I thought about that
So,
too, Admiral.
so I kind of wonder. I think it's something that's probably not fully fleshed out yet. It's kind of like the 890 jumps battle bridge, right? So like, how would you fly the ship from the battle bridge? It's the same way maybe you'd fly the Carrack. You know, we have ships like some of the Geon ships. I know like the Talon, right? Or
You mean
sorry,
Tavarin?
Tavarin. Sorry,
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
Sorry. So we have ships where physically there's no window, but there's a projected viewport. You can see outside through the display that's inside. So I think that may be what they do with the character long term, but right now it's just a really cool feature.
Okay. All right, so we have to move on now, but I'm gonna get to this week's community content. And this week's community content is from Rage Guide, Star Citizen, the really complete startership comparison. Startership comparison. We're only going to do half of it, so I'm not sure where I'm going to stop. But yeah, so you're only going to do half of it. But let's get to it. This Rage Guide again.
Hello, this is Danny Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide, and I'm going to be doing this extemporaneously from this spreadsheet because I want to get it out in time that people can still do something about it while the IAE week sale and free flight is still ongoing. And so I'm going to avoid having to take the time to do a full script. But that's why this will be a little more loosey-goosey. One of the great things about the IAE Expo is that we have the full menu of ships in front of us. And therefore, we have the full menu of ships that we could consider as being our starter ship, not just the few that they have available right now or the few that they have starter ship packages for. We can buy any starter ship and then use the upgrade feature to upgrade it to any other ship. So this is the broadest possible look at what ships could be starter ships. So what makes for a starter ship? Well, it's a ship that you're going to learn how to fly in, and it's a ship you're going to be doing the kind of things that starter missions and starter career paths need. So unless you have a very specific idea of what you want to do in the game, the best thing is to have a starter ship that you can do many different things, explore a number of different ways of getting going in the game, and then to make your decision. On the other, you may have developed from the free fly a very specific idea of what you want in the game, and then you have a very specific starter ship for it, which is why it's so great that you have a much greater variety of ships available to you at the IAE, because ships like the Arrow may not normally be available as a starter ship, but they are now, or can be available as an upgrade. So let's take a look at the whole range. And first, let me go down the criteria here in terms of how I'm going to be evaluating these starter ships. First row you see is availability. And this is simply how common it is to be able to buy this ship. 5 bars of availability means it's available all the time, and there's a one-click ability to pick up the ship. 4 bars of availability means that it is available all the time, but there is no prepackaged starter package, so you have to buy a lower price starter package and then upgrade to this ship. 3 bars of availability means that the ship is usually available, but not always available. And then 2 and 1 bar availability means it's really only available at very specific sales, and that those sales don't happen very often. And when these sales happen, this ship is usually not one of them that's included in. Then we get into the next row, and that is learning. Some ships that we'll be getting into have very particular unusual mechanics to how they operate compared to all other ships. And therefore, they aren't necessarily a good ship for learning on. Some are awkward, some are tail-landers, etc. The next is bed log out. Bed log out is not as important in a beginner ship as it might be in ships when you become a little bit more experienced and are going to be taking longer excursions. Most of your beginning excursions are going to be able to be so that you can land at the beginning and the end of your play session. But still, there will be occasions where it will be convenient for you to log out in your bed at a location in space and pick up the same location from there. So it's a criteria, but not necessarily a very important one. Now, small spaces means that this can be landed in a very close area. This can be very helpful in case you want to park right next to the door and complete your delivery missions faster, for example, or if you're using this ship as a way to shuttle yourself to someone else's capital ship. And a small space will mean it'll be easier for you to land and easier for them to find space in their landing bay for your beginning ship. You show up in a very large footprint ship, they may not have a place for you to land. And so for beginner ships in particular, small footprints are to be preferred. Now we're going to get a little bit more into the specific things you do with a beginner ship. The first is transport yourself around, which is almost a gimme, but how convenient it is for you to transport yourself around. Because there's a lot of missions, caves, bunkers, where the main thing you're using your ship for is just getting to the location, and it's not really participating much in the mission itself. But you do need to get yourself around. And then the next thing is, can you carry a passenger in it? And how easily is it for that passenger? Sometimes you're trying to do a mission with another player to go to, say, a bunker or a cave or something, and you'd like to just take one ship. Can you use your starter ship for it, and how convenient is it for your passenger? Do they have to stand? Is there a seat that they can sit down in? Will they have to sit or lie on the bed instead? You really don't want a situation where there's no place for them to be, or where they'll be subject to G-forces during the whole trip as if they had to stand. Now, the next criteria is parcels. This means delivery missions and similar missions where you're carrying those small parcels. Is there a place to have them on the ship? Is there a specific place which you can put them, or are they bouncing around on the floor, or is there no place at all? Then sometimes you want to be able to carry along a buggy or a bike. Is there enough cargo? Is there enough storage space for you to carry on a buggy or a bike? And you get extra value here if it's able to handle the larger buggies or bikes, and also if they're able to be driven aboard and driven off versus having to be tractor beamed in and out of the ship. Next is, how good are they at space combat? And then how good are they in atmospheric combat? And that the second one has to do with how aerodynamic they are. Do they slice through the air well? Racing is an activity you may want to pay attention to or participate in. Our first category are starter ships, $30 to $44. And there's two tried and true, always available. They're the default choices most of the time, and that's the Aurora MR and the Mustang Alpha. And at $30 ship value, $45 for the package, they offer a lot of things. Some of the big problems with them is the Mustang Alpha does not have a bed, and so neither of them are very good at passengers. A passenger in the Aurora would have to spend the entire trip lying down in the bed. It isn't even available to sit on the bed. Neither of them can carry vehicles. The Mustang has an external cargo bay that you can put your parcels in, a drop-down. The Aurora, the parcels are bouncing around on the floor, which is a nuisance, but it can work just fine. In atmospheric combat, the Mustang Alpha has a superior aerodynamic shape, and that also makes it a good choice if you want to get started in racing with a $30 ship. And then finally, for trading and cargo, unless you're carrying some very high-value contraband, you're not going to be able to make enough money on trading and cargo with the capacity that the Mustang or the Aurora can take care of. Now, one step up, we have the Starter Plus range. This is $45 to $59. And there's a couple really good standout ships here. The first is the Cutter, which is Drake's starter ship, which has a lot of nice features. It has cargo area, it has a bed, it has living spaces, it's nice and compact, and is generally a very good ship unless you're trying to get into combat. It has very limited combat ability, very limited racing ability. You can, however, on the Cutter, fit a rock in the back of the standard Cutter. And so it is the cheapest ship that you could rent a rock, take it out, and start mining. And again, for trading, unless you're dealing with a very high value, like a very high value contraband, it's not going to be a good ship to make your money on just by trading. The Pisces is the standard Star Trek shuttlecraft of the verse. It's good for a great many things, but there is no bed on it. It can hold a mini bike in the back. reasonably good at most forms of combat. The Cutter and the Pisces are probably most players' preferences in this Starter Plus package, where it's up to $15 more than the cheapest ships. Next, we have the Starter Plus Plus. This is from $60 to $74. And a long-time standout here is the Avenger Titan. It's got easy ship to learn. It's got a bed. It can fit in relatively small spaces, not quite as small as the Cutter or the Pisces, but still a relatively small space. There's a nice sized bed in the back, 8 SCU, so you can fit in a fairly decent variety of buggies and bikes. Not the full range, but a fairly decent number of them. It is considered very good in space combat and is excellent in atmospheric combat. It has a size 4 and 2 size 3 weapons. With 8 SCU, you're pretty much having to deal with contraband, but it doesn't have to be the most valuable contraband in order to make money in hauling and trading in the Avenger Titan. By comparison, the 300i is weaker in a couple areas, particularly its ability to handle bikes. Here we have our new entry, the Intrepid, at $65, or $5 more than the Titan. And the real weakness of the Intrepid, compared to, say, the Titan, is that it really doesn't fit well in small spaces. It has a pretty large footprint for the type of ship it is. It has an excellent interior space, so for carrying around a passenger, it's considered quite good. But when it comes to being able to carry a buggy or a bike, it's at the lowest level because the only bike it can carry is the Pulse, and you have to actually tractor beam that in. It's not ride in, ride off. The Intrepid appears to be pretty good at space combat and atmospheric combat, but in terms of its combat, it's not as good as the Avenger Titan because, as I said, it only has a single size 4, whereas the Titan has a size 4 plus 2 size 3s. I haven't done any actual tests, but it would be hard to imagine that the Avenger would not beat the Intrepid with pilots of equal skill. Next is the Starter Triple Plus, which runs ships from $70 to $84. Here we have some fairly unique. The Sulin and the Reliant Tana, honestly, I'm not that thrilled with these ships. The Sulin has 6 SCU, but it can only be 1 SCU boxes at a time, so it's a pretty inconvenient ship in order to use for cargo hauling. Its primary advantage is that it's got a very distinctive and unique shape. So it's sort of almost a show-off ship, which do you really need that as your starter? You're going to be showing off a bit more later. And the Reliant Tana also really suffers from having a very broad footprint. Its landing configuration is the horizontal configuration, and so it takes up a lot of space when it's sitting on the pad. And so that is a ding there. Now, the Arrow is the first really dedicated fighter that's available as a starter ship. And it's a very effective fighter. But that means a couple things. First of all, there's no room for packages. There's no room for passengers. And there's really no room for anything but the person itself. But however, it excels in atmospheric combat. It excels in space combat. And it definitely excels in racing and being able to fit in a small space. With its wings folded up, it takes up almost no real estate at all. But you have to really decide that combat is the one thing you've come to Star Citizen for, and therefore your starter on high-performance combat. That's not feeling like a limitation. The other in the Starter Triple Plus category is the Nomad. And this is a ship with 24 SCU in an open bed in the back. This makes it one of the easiest ships to put a rock mining buggy in. So it's really the first serious mining ships available in the game. So the 24 SCU makes it a lot more practical, getting in the range of being economical with a full range of cargo. Because it fits the rock mining buggy, it will also fit a large variety of other buggies. Are very good for vehicles then. And again, the easy on and easy off of the open bed, plus the fact that it's the smallest ship that has a tractor beam built into it. And so it can be lifting things in and out directly. So it's an excellent choice in the Starter Plus category for a broad range of general capabilities. Now we get...
Okay, we're going to come back after that. like I said, we're gonna just watch a half of three quarters of it. But yeah, so we're back. What do people think? I know it's like after IAE, but if you're a new player coming in, you think this is helpful?
Yeah, I think it's helpful for people that want to kind of do a little bit of investigation before they buy. Kind of give them a little bit more information. Yeah, I think it's helpful.
I think it's flawed. I think for some people it's helpful. I love Excel like everybody else and putting gradient metrics on this. But for instance, like mining, right? They don't mention like hand mining. Like I can take an Intrepid all day and do hand mining with 8 SU. I think it's 8 SU, and have a ball with that like for a whole weekend. Racing, apparently a Reliant Tana is a good ship for racing because it has a check mark. So I'm gonna get that ship, or Hull A has a check mark for racing. So I'm like, what are you talking about? He does talk about like parcels, and I get that. If you have a check mark next to something, then you're telling someone that this was not the best ship for something. If it's a low gradient, but it still can do that, and I just don't see why it's even applied to that. Yeah, that's what just kind of gets me. Is this like if it's below 50%, it should not be checked off. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there should have been a third category there. There should have been like can't do it, can do it, but you shouldn't do it, and can do it.
Something like that. Oh, like even
instead of a check mark or X, it should be like a circle or something like that.
I feel like racing should just have like be blank. Like it should just be like blank. Maybe if like you don't don't even.
Yeah, the 100i is probably the only one on here that should be doing racing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like that should be the only one that gets a check mark, and then the rest of them just get like a.
How about the Arrow or the Gladius?
They're not really racers.
All right.
He could chop this in half, and it'd be maybe like a third, and it'd be like a lot better, maybe. Yeah, I think it's pretty good for people just jumping in the game, but it's almost it's giving someone a false impression of what a ship can do.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
Okay, so it's a good video, but it's flawed, is what you're saying, basically.
I think the concept behind it is good. I just think that the execution might be flawed.
Yeah, the gradient I think was a mistake. I think it should have been like it gets a check mark if it's actually designed to do those things, and then it gets like a hyphen or something, or like a slash to say that yes, you can technically do this, but it was not designed to do it.
Okay.
And it's not going to be a very fun experience. Like trying to fight in a cutter is not fun.
Well, look at Hull A. For $90, I can get a space combat ship, and it does pretty decent in atmospheric combat. I'm like, you can't get any better than that. It does both. And it races. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Okay, yeah. And here, right here, he's wrapping up the video, and he has all of the this thing. So it goes from starter up to starter. I don't know how many pluses that is. Plus. I wish I was joking when I said that, but you can see it on the screen. That's what it says, right?
Can you narrate all the pluses and?
I think I might have missed one.
Plus.
Yeah, there you go.
All the way up to the javelin. Plus.
No, the Polaris. That's just how you go.
Okay.
The Temporal Nova is my starter. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the Orion is a great hospital ship, so because that's got a plus.
I thought it was a racer.
My thing, I'm partial to the 315p. I understand why it's not on here. It's not really a starter.
Wait, why does he have Freelancer under racers? Like, what are you?
Where is that?
It just
It's trying to
one.
erase my note.
It just has one
it.
though. One
He's trying to erase
gradient.
my
One
Nova.
gradient.
That's it.
One
Well-
gradient. That's all it is. Just one gradient.
Technically, you could race it against other
He's
freelancers.
killing it.
No,
That's
no, wait.
true.
The Zeus, it would lose against a Zeus, all right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, the Zeus is
I felt
one.
the pain in
Yeah,
that
more, it costs more. I mean, technically, the Mustang Gamma is the early racer, and I'm not sure. I think I might beat all of them speed, but I don't know about maneuvering.
Another ship nobody talks about.
What,
Sorry.
the Mustang Gamma?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. All right, so yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's a great idea, great idea. We just disagree on some of the category gates and yeah,
Well, the
but great
metrics
great
are-
job, I want to say for Rage Guide.
I just thought of something totally out of this video, but I am sorry for going out of this subject, but why did they do the new player experience tutorial if they'd have us spawning in our hangars?
You have to ask them, Jade. That's the only answer I can give you.
It
You
just
have to
dawned
ask
on
them.
me.
You have to ask them. And with that, I think we should wrap up because we are at our 2-hour mark. So I'm just going to click on this and say thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Abin Kusanagi. Thank you, Face to Face. Thank you, Jade, as always. Thank you, Pop and Space, as always. Thank you, Toga, as always. And Face to Face, as always. Thank you. Thank everybody in chat for joining me. How many people we got? We got 3 people watching on YouTube and 32 in Twitch. So thank y'all for joining. Hope you had fun. Join us Saturday for Soul Voices. That's where you get to talk with Griffin Gaming RPG about what's going on in the gaming community that week. Typically something from Reddit, something from Spectrum, something from the industry in general, or he just may go on his own way. Depending on what's going on that week. So yeah, that is Soul Voices, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC. And that is part of PodSat, or Podcast Saturday, starting with Soul Voices, and going to Capping Table at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then ending a Relay Station at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then on Sunday, join us for Prepare for Pyro. Prepare for Pyro. And that is Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight UTC. So join us for that. It should be a fun show. Hope y'all come for that. Also, I want to give another shout out to the producers, episode 8, Skyfall. Check that out on our YouTube page. And then get another shout out for Startup Graham. And a shout out for Rage Guide. Check out some more of his content if you were interested. You want to become a Soul Citizen, Soulmate, Soul Citizen membership privileges, click the join button below on YouTube. You want to follow us on social media with a Soul Citizen, with the S everywhere. You want to support us, you can buy merchandise, or you can support us on Patreon, or you can hit us up on iCloud or whatever podcast platform you enjoy. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and follow depending on what platform you're on, and hit the notification bell to know when we go live. And we are going to raid my niece, or mini niece. I'm still confused about how you pronounce her name, but that's who we're gonna raid. So make sure you send them our love, okay? So I'm gonna hit that and get that started. Hopefully that'll work. There we go. Okay, yeah. Make sure you send them our love. Peace, love, and soul.